And this is my friend Robert.
Hi. Hello, everyone.
And Robert is in a Ford Transit van, which, as you know, my big toe was a Ford Transit. So
yeah.
Robert is gracious enough to show us his beautiful build.
Yeah.
He built this on his own.
I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure did.
So let's take a look at Robert's van.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Well, let me walk you through it. We'll keep it simple. If you have questions, ask the comments.
Perfect.
Do you want to get in? You want me to get in? You should film it from out here.
You can get in. Okay. I'll step up here on the step, and if it doesn't work the way, but I feel.
And let me flip on some of the lights.
Okay, that's perfect.
They're dimmable and they're touch lights. So start in the back, and in the back is the bed, runs sideways, and then the big screen TV. Above that, there's a Max Air fan. I've got a cover in it right now. Right. Below that, you'll see these vents. The vents are for a diesel heater, and then the air conditioner, of course, that's self-explanatory, and all of that's on thermostats. So it works great. And then got my hat's hanging on the electronics up here. All of
the brains of it.
Yeah, thermostats and monitors and the smoke alarm and a control for the Max Air fan, all of that stuff.
Gotcha, yes.
And then on the left here, we got a shower.
There's not too many we see with a shower.
Yeah, had to have a shower.
Yes.
And then it's got the sliding door.
Right.
Nautilus door. And we'll offset there for the shampoo and soap. And then I store the cassette toilet in here, which makes it easy because you're going to take a shower, you just set it out.
Right.
And it's easier than having a wet shower where you have to wipe everything down or cover everything up before you can take a shower. And then it's got a little touch light up in the top, which is convenient for when you're in there.
Right.
But basically, when I set this up, what I wanted to do was have it just like at home. So I thought, well, come home in the afternoon, take a shower, and then I may fix a little something to snack on. And then I need a recliner which that's a reclining chair. You'll see that in a second. So I can watch a little TV till I get tired, go in, turn the covers back, crawl into bed and sleep till in the morning and get up, take another quick shower, and I'm gone for the day. And I have all of that here in this van.
A perfect evening at home.
It is. It's just like being at home. It really is. And so, okay, well, there's a shower. And then a lot of people ask about this stuff over here. Well, this is a sink, actually. Works pretty neat.
Nice little sink.
I use it more for storage than anything
Mine
else.
is storage also as I'm going down the road.
Don't ever have enough storage in these. Little dehumidifier on these humid days.
Sure. You need the dehumidifier.
You really do. Microwave, then clothes, cooking stuff,
great
and
storage space.
And then this is just things like, you know, scissors, knives, junk like
Your
that.
junk drawer.
Yeah. And the reason why this is so small is because it goes under the sink. So you can't get a lot in that drawer. Refrigerator, love this refrigerator. It's got
Look at
the
all
door
of that
on the bottom.
space.
And then it's got a huge freezer.
Yeah, yeah, perfect.
So, love that. Then the chair swivels, so you can, and reclines.
And reclines, he said, yeah.
So you can sit there and watch TV at night until you get tired. This is a curtain, so that, now I have the covers that go in the windows, but if you're just wanting to be quick and you're not planning on sitting here watching TV, you're just pulling into Walmart to stay, you can just drop this down. It's a lot simpler than putting the shades up.
Yeah, it sure is.
It's quick and easy, and then it's quick and easy to put back up. So sometimes that's simpler. And on a really cold or really hot day, that area up there, because of all the glass, it'll get really hot in that area. It gets hot. It really does. And then if it's really cold, pretty much the same thing. It'll get cold up there, much more so than in the back. And so the shade, the covers in the windows, and then dropping this down in addition to that, kind of makes it, I don't know, it helps.
It's more, and that's what I'm shopping for right now, because my C-Class camper is on the Ford Transit chassis, and that front, it gets so hot. So yeah, that's the solution I'm looking for too.
WeatherTech.
WeatherTech.
is what I bought. Somewhat happy with it.
I had looked at WeatherTech, and they custom do just for the Transit.
They do,
so,
and
yeah.
that's what I bought.
Nice.
And I'm not 100% happy with them, but they're okay.
Right.
Yeah, they do a fair job. There's some. The side windows are great. If you could bet just the side windows from WeatherTech and then something else from somebody else, that front one's a little hard to get in.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And that's what I just.
Now we have a front one now, and it is silver. It is. It's not hard to get in, but Scotty wanted something a little more simple to get in, actually.
This also works as storage back here, by the
Well,
way.
yeah.
And this is the WeatherTech one. It's silver on one side, black on the other side. And
So
then
your
it
silver
just,
is going out, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then it just pops in. And so,
That is a beautiful fit. That is a beautiful fit.
that is on the side one. So like I said, that front one, because of all the stuff, is a little hard to get in. I actually ended up cutting it in half so it'd be easier to get in.
Okay. That's a good idea. Yeah. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah. All right. You
All
wanna look at the
right.
back?
Yeah, he has garage, utility, storage space in the back. This is your
window and the
yes.
side.
Oh yeah, the screen window there.
Yeah, it opens up. Now
Right.
that was the best thing I ever did. And the reason why is that it allowed, in these vans, if you've just got those two front windows and you pull up at an angle and you really can't see oncoming cars,
You cannot.
fix the problem. I can see perfectly now, so I don't have to worry about pulling.
That is great.
And then in the back, that's a MaxxAir fan, and you'll see why that's back here. There was also the one that you saw over the bed
Over the
that goes
bed.
out the top. There's 500 watts of solar, and there's 400 amp hours of lithium batteries. And
Wow, it's
In-
beautiful.
behind all of this, where the bed is, under the bed, is 20 gallons of water. There's a water heater, a diesel heater, a air conditioner, the 400 amp hours of lithium batteries is all back behind these boxes.
Yes.
And I can carry 19 of these boxes. These will stack 3 deep. And and then I can stack another 2 or 3 if I'm using that 3 here.
Right. And I love the smaller containers. That way you can narrow down. I see you've labeled.
Label.
So you can
Yeah.
narrow that down even more instead of outdoor vitamins and your Levi's all in one big box.
Exactly. and with the labels, you don't have to look through every box. to figure out, well, where did I put
Yes.
that? And so, yeah, now typically I wouldn't carry these 2 boxes, and I would carry, which would be 4 more of these. But I knew I was not going to need some of this stuff on this trip. And
It just depends on your trip.
Well, that, and the more you do this, the more you realize, well, I haven't used that on any of my trips. Do I really need to carry it?
Yes.
And so you're paring back as you go. And again, sometimes you think, well, wait a minute, I could have really used this. And you'll go to the store and buy something else. But if you buy something else, you've got to get rid of something because there just isn't a lot of storage. in this
Not
van.
enough space.
So back here, normally I wouldn't carry these. And this is where the e-bike sits. It folds up. And it was sitting over there, and so it would go in there, and then I carry an inflatable kayak, and there's a fire pit in here, and that's all the toys I need. And so literally water, a way to fill it, cords to hook up. I know y'all don't want all these details, but all of the things that you would need to literally live out of this van if you wanted to and be comfortable. Okay, so
You have it all. The comforts of home and anything outdoorsy. You have back here all of your outdoor adventure
I
stuff.
do the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Even have some fishing poles.
Even have the fishing
But,
poles.
One thing that people will probably wonder, now I don't have to hook up to electricity. So if I want to, or water or anything else, so if I want to stay in a Walmart overnight, it's no problem. I can have heat if it's cold or air conditioning
Yes.
if it's hot because of all the solar and the batteries. Basically, solar's a way to charge batteries. You're really running off the batteries, not off the solar. You're
Right.
just using that to charge. And then there's the generator. It also off the alternator of the van and charges that way. And I do a lot of traveling, and so it always stays charged up. And it'll get me through the night without any problem.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
And then I charge it the next day. So that works.
Completely off grid if you need to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then I do have a generator I can carry if I was really going to be off the grid for
For a
any length
while.
of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can use that as another power source.
Right. So what's the longest you have gone with just your batteries? How long have you stayed with?
About 2 days. And,
Okay.
And now
okay.
that really depends on a lot of things.
On your usage, yeah.
Yeah. If we're talking about heat, because
Yes.
the diesel heater uses diesel more than electricity, very little electricity, I could probably run indefinitely because I would be getting enough sun during the day, even though it may be cloudy, even though it may not be the optimal time of year for solar. It's going to get enough to run the things. The things that really use electricity in this van is that particular refrigerator. Now, if you wanted to conserve, you could get the little chest DC refrigerators. A lot more economical on the power.
That's what we
end of
had
it.
in Big Toe, and we love that little
They're
chest.
great.
Yeah.
But this one uses a lot of electricity. So that does, and then the air conditioner. So if you're, if it's really hot outside and it's running on high, then you might only get through a night.
Okay. Okay.
Without recharging. But now if it's moderate temperatures, let's say 75, 80 degrees, and it's at night, so you don't have the sun beating down on the in that windows like we were talking about, and on the top of the van, you might could go a couple of nights on batteries.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah.
And stay very comfortable. So it all depends is the answer.
Yes, I believe that. I believe, you know, we kind of dipped our toes into a little bit of power usage with Big Toe. And it just depends on how you're using it.
It absolutely depends on that. And so, you know, if anybody really wanted to know more details, I'd be glad to have answered in the comments. What's that y'all say? Like, subscribe, and comment.
Oh yeah, yeah, I appreciate that. Robert just told you the word right there. Like, subscribe, and comment.
And so if you do have any questions, I'll monitor the comments and I'll answer the more specific questions that you have that maybe, you know, Melinda couldn't answer.
Right.
And I'll be glad to do that for you.
And I sure love that you've taken us on this beautiful tour of your van. It's amazing. It's an amazing build. One of the best van builds I've ever seen, you know.
It's literally all the comforts at home.
Yes.
And another thing, it's like storage. I hate to tell you this, but boxes are empty. One of them's empty here. And I have 4 more that are totally not even with me yet.
Yep.
And I can carry a year's, or I can carry all 4 season clothes, coats.
Oh, I was just seeing your coats label there. Yeah.
Put away. Those are winter coats.
Yes.
Put away in a bag, and now they'll be there if I needed them during the winter. But I carry a 2 weeks supply of clothes for summer, winter, spring, fall, whatever. So shorts.
You're always ready for
Levi's,
anything.
Whatever you need, winter or summer, and a 2 week supply plus a day. That way I can every 2 weeks just drop them off at the wash and fold, or go to the laundromat and do them myself. And that way, twice every 2 weeks.
2 weeks is not bad. That's not too bad at all.
No. And I have fresh clothes every day that way.
Yeah.
And through all 4 seasons. And so literally, if a person wanted to, they could literally live 365 days a year out of this van and do it comfortably.
Sure could. Sure could.
And that, to me, that's the key.
It is. The comfort.
If it's not comfortable, you're not going to want to do it very well. But if it's comfortable for you and you enjoy this lifestyle, the traveling, this wouldn't be a bad way to go.
This is the way to go.
Wouldn't be a bad way.
And the van itself is such a small footprint. You could park on a city street if you needed to. Or if you need to not even camp overnight, just run into Walmart. It doesn't take up any more space than a regular, like a diesel truck.
Like a pickup truck.
Yeah.
Like a regular pickup truck. This fits in any parking space, at any restaurant, at any store, at Walmart, at anywhere you want to go.
That's what we loved about our passenger van. Yeah.
easy to drive as a car. And matter of fact, more enjoyable to drive than a car. Not only that, you got a house behind you.
You do.
So you know what? This may be a little bit embarrassing, and I shouldn't say this, but then it's not really, because it's something we all experience.
Right.
If you got to use the bathroom, you don't have to go into a
public
Circle K or you know, some public
Just
gas station.
find a
I've got a bathroom
spot.
right here behind me.
That is what we love about our rig. It is the convenience. Yeah.
Total convenient and clean. Yeah. So, and talk about hotels. I thought about that. I just stay in hotels overnight. I know who slept in my bed.
Right. Yeah, you don't have to question anything.
Yeah, I don't. And
and there's a lot of people that are concerned over those things, you know. So this is definitely, that makes it even more appealing.
Well, and no reservations. You don't have to deal with reservations. And cost, okay. This isn't, some people think this is cheap. This is not a cheap way to go. You've got the cost of this van. Vans aren't cheap.
Right.
So you have that money tied up in that you could be putting towards a hotel room. Gas, of course, you would have a car or something anyway, since you have to drive. So it's probably not getting as good a gas mileage as a car. But there are people think this is a cheap way to travel.
I think that's kind of a disappointing. Once people get into it, they kind of get disappointed over. It's not as cheap as they thought it was going to be.
Well, they watch all these YouTube videos of the couple that's backed up to the beach with the doors open.
Yes.
And they never go into the real cost of this
True.
travel.
And I love searching for those, you know, if a true cost video.
Right.
If they're being honest with us, it's just not a cheap way to go.
Right. Exactly. So,
Yeah.
like I say, any other questions?
I think we're good. You have showed us this again.
We'll get through this.
Robert has already mentioned it, but if you have any comments, any questions you want to ask Robert, he said he would monitor when this video goes out, and he would be more than happy to answer any questions.
Yeah, you
and thank you so much
You're
again
welcome.
for showing us the van.
Oh, you're so welcome.